guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. And for today's video, I wanted to do a review of the first book I made book of the week in the Romancing the Ice Instagram digital book club. So you can follow at Romancing the Ice on Instagram, and every week there will be a new book that we're reading. So the first book that I read is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. It is a college hockey romance book. And now it is the first college hockey romance book I read since my last series I read was Off Campus, which was probably the worst hockey romance series I've read. But this one was truly enjoyable. This was like a solid 4.5 to 5-star book. I thought it was like really, really great. It dealt with some like serious topics in a really great way and had a lot of like emotional depth to it, which I think can sometimes be lacking in the college hockey romance books. You'll see it more in the like professional or NHL hockey romance books because like it's like obviously adults versus college students. But this one had a lot of emotional depth to it, which I quite enjoyed. So I am excited to order the second book and pre-order the third book in this series. Now, this follows Reese Koteski, who goes to Waterfall University and is the hockey captain of their team. And he is the son of a former NHL player. And then we have Sadie Brown, who is a figure skater who also goes to Waterfall University. Now, Reese Koteski, we learn in the beginning, he took a brutal hit in the last season that kind of left him with like a lot of stuff when it comes to like left him with a concussion, as well as he has nightmares and panic attacks. So he kind of deals with that. And then you have Sadie Brown, who lives with her alcoholic father and has two younger brothers that she takes care of. So she is like the main caretaker for them, as well as going to university, being a figure skater, and having two jobs so that she could help like kind of financially support the family and her younger brothers. And so she meets Reese Koteski because he is helping out and volunteering at his father's foundation, which is like the First Line Foundation, if I'm not mistaken. And they create like hockey programs for people who maybe can't afford to, don't have the money to go to like actually be part of an actual like hockey club. And so Sadie Brown takes her brothers there, and that's how like they have a meeting, and he kind of is like a little bit rude in the first meeting because he doesn't understand her situation, and she was late to pick up the kids, and so her siblings, who he's like, oh, you should like show up more, and she like kind of goes off on him. But then he ends up, because it happened at like the local rink, the local public rink, and then because his father is a former NHL player, his father is able to get permission for Reese to be able to go to the rink in the morning before it opens to the public, so that he can like practice on ice and kind of get back to being used to being like in skates and on the ice since his injury, since he's going to be going back in the new school year, and he's the hockey captain, so he has to kind of work over that. And then Sadie also gets access because of her figure skating coach to be able to go to the like in the morning, to be there in the morning before it opens, and to practice her figure skating before the rink opens to the public. And it kind of like overlaps, so she ends up going there and being surprised that there's somebody there, and she like tries to tell him to like get off the ice, tell Reese to get off the ice, but then she kind of sees that he's having a panic attack, and she helps him. And like every time they keep meeting, it's like either he's having a panic attack or like she fell and he goes to like pick her up and all that stuff. And I think the book dealt with a lot of like deep things. Like he slowly discovers like what she's going through, having to like take care of her siblings and her father being like an alcoholic, which she kind of learned like I think past the halfway point, because she really tries to keep it a secret from him, just because she doesn't want people to see like that part of her life, because she thinks like they'll just leave and stuff. So most of like the first half of the book is her kind of like helping him with his panic attacks, and then him like using that and saying like using her as like a crutch, kind of like, she's able to help me with my panic attacks, I want to be like close to her, I want to be like with her. And then she kind of like is like pushing him away because she doesn't want people like in her life in that kind of way, like to be like boyfriend and girlfriend, because of her family dynamic, and she doesn't want to bring that, especially like onto him, because of what he's going through with his panic attacks and stuff like that. But then he kind of learns like what she's going through in her life, and then sort of realizes that he can't keep using her to like help him with his panic attacks, and like can't keep using her as like a crutch. And so you kind of have this dynamic where like they're both going through each their own traumas, and then eventually they're like helping each other. And it's honestly like such a good book. And it was so refreshing to read a college hockey romance that has like the emotional depth and the deepness this book does have, because I think a lot of them don't necessarily have that, because you're so young and not everybody at that age has gone through like deep things. But I think the author does a really good job of creating the traumas for these characters. And I just like the way that like she kind of pushes him away, tries to push him away, and is like, like, I don't want you to be part of like my life. I don't want to like put this on you in my life and like you be part of this craziness. I don't think it's like fair and all that stuff. And he just keeps saying, because he promised her brothers, especially her older brother, he's like, I'm never leaving. He's like, if your sister wants me to go, I'll go, but he's like, I'm never going to choose to leave, once he discovers like the whole situation and what's going on. And so she keeps like trying to push him away. She was like, I don't want him in this life, this is my life. It's bad, it's awful. I don't want him to be part of that. And he's like, no, if you tell me to go, I'll go, but I'm not leaving. He's like, I'm not going to choose to leave. I'm always going to be here. And even if you like kind of like need, because at one point she's like, I think I need space, like this is going too fast. He's like, I'll give you space, but I'm still gonna like help you, and he's like, I'm still gonna help you, and I'm still gonna be there, even if it's not like necessarily him helping. People around in his circle will help. And I think that was such an important thing and such a good thing that I enjoyed in this book. And I enjoyed like how she was like pushing him away, and he was like, no, but I'm staying, like you're not gonna get rid of me. And I think that there was such like good dynamics, and you obviously have the found family aspect with the with the hockey team. It's not my favorite found family. I think my favorite found family does come in the Playing for Keeps series, but I did truly enjoy this book. I would say this book is a solid like 4.5 stars. I think it just loses 0.5 stars because it's college hockey romance, and I do kind of prefer professional or NHL hockey romance just because that's where I am in my life. Like I'm 20, I'm almost 28, and I'm not 21 like these characters are. These characters in here are like 20, 21. Actually, they're both in the same year probably, so I want to say like 21 because I think she says she's 21. So I'm not in college or anything, and so I think that's why I prefer the professional / NHL hockey romance. But this one was really enjoyable. I am going to be ordering the second book soon, as well as pre-ordering the third book in this series, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, this is my review of Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I might leave a link in the description down below where you can find it on Amazon, but I did pick it up at Indigo. I did want to pick up the second book in the series, but Indigo only had the first one. So like, you know what, I'll just get the first one, see if I like it, and then if I like it, I will get the second and pre-order the third. So that's what I'm going to be doing soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me. You can follow me at PlanaGoAmy on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and you can follow at Romancing the Ice on Instagram. Until the next one, bye!